Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen, it's your host Shane Guilford and you've joined us for round 8 of the V8 League Championship for 2024. Tonight we're racing at Tasmania. Symmons Plains, located in Perth, Tasmania. It is round 8. We've got 2 races tonight, 20 minutes and 50 minutes long, each lap containing 2.411 kilometres. Very short track, but plenty of exciting, plenty of action promise for tonight's racing. A lot of guys at the pointy end. We've got a huge field, including a Russian joining us and a lot of Aussies spread across the country. Very excited for Symmons Plains. A lot of lapping and blue flag opportunities for the leaders. So we'll see how we go. We have changed the tyre rules for this round, and continuing on, it could, depending on its success, we'll keep it for the rest of the season to create more racing, better racing and less tyre conservation, like a Formula 1 procession. We've changed the tyres where it's normal tyre wear, and we've introduced a compulsory pit stop only in race 2. So race 1, the 20-minute race, should be a sprint race. And then the 50-minute race will be very strategic indeed. So let's get on track. Let's bring you this season standing thus far for the season. It's Wayne Walker after 7 rounds. Unbeatable. Topping and winning every round. Currently in P1 in the championship. His teammate for Wayne's World Motorsports is Alex Kiddis from Queensland. He sits in P2 at the moment. Paul Robinson, very solid throughout the year, is stuck there in P3, and close behind him is Justin Bryce from Byron Bay. Craig Broadbent moves up a couple of spots this week. He moves into P5. Scott Flack remaining the same. Matt Collins and Eric Chandra dropping a couple of positions due to no-shows from last week. Matt Collins is here and he's currently P2 in quali with 4 minutes to go, so he'll look to get back up the ladder pretty soon. Eric Chandra unfortunately suffering from a broken PC, electrical issues, so he won't be joining us tonight. Braden Pritchard moves up to P9, and James Spotto moving into the top 10 gets a shout out from Red Bull Racing. Alright. On track now, we're watching Daniel Opedasano. As he sits currently in P8. He won't be happy with that thus far. He's got plenty more in the tank with his new livery for this year, sponsored by Worth. We're currently in a qualifier session at the moment, and we'll bring you all the stats as we go live on track. Daniel Opedasano with just over 2.5 minutes to go. Very short track this one, only 50, late 50 seconds, low 51s. Currently in a private quali session at the moment. It is Wayne Walker, the championship leader, rolling out of pits. Probably for the last time. He'll be on his outlap there. He's currently in P1. Matt Collins has been fierce all week in practice as he brings up a purple sector, only by 3 1,000ths. Let's see if he improves and gets any closer to Wayne Walker in P1. Craig Broadbent, current defending champion, has started to find his feet in the new spec cars, the Gen 3s. He's currently in P3. Justin Bryce from Service Australia, he's out there lapping on an outlap it looks like, or this must be his opening sector for his hot lap. And it's his PB, loves to drift it around the hairpin, locks it up, gets it loose, wraps it around. Now he's pulled out of that one, so we'll go to Scott Flack. Currently in P5, only 4/10 off the pace in the Superflow livery. Currently in P5. Paul Robinson from Paul Robinson Racing brings it into the pit, so he won't. He might get one quick lap out. He crosses the line with just before the checkered flag. Go to Alex Kiddis now. He's yet to post a solid time down in P7. He was in P2 for practice, so we should see him up further. So too Opedisano in currently in P8. Braden Pritchard in the top 10 as ever, very solid there. Just touches the wall, not too sure if that's going to count for that lap. Neil Haynes joins us again, he's currently in the pits. Rob Logan, his teammate, for truck assist coming into the hairpin. We'll see a lot of action at this part of the track. The hairpin field's going to compress and then expand like an accordion. As Rob Logan currently in P11, just outside the top 10. James Spotto in the pits. Bradley Martin from Caterpillar Racing driving here on his outlap. He's not going to make it within 10 seconds, so that's him for quali. David Baker moving up a spot in P12, parks it in. Troy Cieslawski from Queensland takes the Queensland iconic livery around Tasmania as he is in P15. And our Russian Alexei Saviliev, better known for our NASCAR league, has joined us from Russia, so we wish him well getting used to the new cars around Symmons Plains. So the checkered flag's out. That'll be done for Saviliev. We'll see if Scott Flack is crossed the line. He's not going to be able to finish or even start that hot lap on track, so that's him done. The only other driver out on track, it could be him to post a good, better quality time, but his middle sector let him down there. He was up on the first sector. And Pritchard stays P9. Okay, so quality results. It's Wayne Walker, solid as ever in P1, front row lockout with Matt Collins right next to him. Craig Broadbent 3, Bryce 4 with 51 flat. Then it's Alex Kiddis, Scott Flack, Opedisano, Robinson, Pritchard. Haynes makes it into the top 10 for quali. P11 will be his teammate Rob Logan. Then James Spotto, Baker, Bradley Martin, Stoddard, Cieslawski and Saviliev rounding out your top 17. Okay, so we're going to go to a commercial break. We'll get the grid set and we'll be back very soon.
But what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
这家伙, you know he fancies himself a footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You went back this time, right?
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, I'm not going down.
Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Nisha, do you hear that?
Quick on him, top left.
Bet. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Nos vemos.
Right, welcome back. We are on track, ready for race 1. Currently staring at Scott Flack and Alex Kittis. On row 3, up front, it's Wayne Walker and Matt Collins. On the front row, very tough for this one. We'll keep an eye on the front row as the whole field of 17 drivers will make it through the very tight opening lap. And there is the field, the rest of the field banking up. Race underway, and Wayne Walker gets an absolute stonker in front of Matt Collins. Collins needs to tuck in there and get through in front of Craig Broadbent. Collins getting through, Scott Flack. How's the rest of the field getting through here as well? Oh, very good through turn 1. Everyone survived here. Wayne Walker, Matt Collins hot under brakes. Wants to really make an impression here on Wayne Walker. He's going to have to look after his tyres. Further back, it's the teammates, Neil Haynes and Rob Logan, coming through in 10 and 11 as per their quality position. Kittis through, Opedisano moving up 3 spots already, right next to Scott Flack, who's on the right-hand side there. Opedisano going in hot, tries to pull it in. That allows Scott Flack to come through. Flack showing a lot of respect for Oppo. Oh, he's just getting loose, getting out of that last corner. Scott Flack trying to get around. He's got Paul Robinson right on his tail there. A lot of action. Matt Collins up in the lead ahead of Wayne Walker. Wayne Walker wants to get back up the inside, but Collins is deeper under brakes as we saw on lap 1, and off he goes. He's going to try and stretch that lead. He's got to try harder than that to get past Wayne Walker. Very much a drafting session down the back straight. Top speed, 6th gear. Watch Wayne Walker come the inside. Collins trying to cover, but Walker too strong. There's not much he can do. Just locks up. Collins trying to undercut there and come up the inside, but Walker shut the gate on that one. Collins getting up on the ripples there, bringing Broadbent right up into the play. The top 3 nice and close. Bryce there. Broadbent almost gets stuck up on the ripples there with the center of gravity. A bit of a gap there to Alex Kittis. And that is Oppo up in a P5, chasing hard the Wayne's World Motorsport driver. And that's Collins trying to get up the inside. Go through the field. Paul Robinson is back there. We heard some commotion back in the hairpin. And that is Spotto upside down. That'll be him for the race. And it looks like Bradley Martin missed the race as well. So Paul Robinson up in a P7. Matt Collins up in front. Here we go. This battle is still on. Starting to drop Broadbent a little bit here. Collins out in front, walking to just sideways there. That allows Walker to go around the outside, but there's no room out there. There's a big Armco fence. There it is. Hugging the inside. Walker's going to go late, but he's not strong enough under brakes to get the job done. And here comes Broadbent, defending champion from 2023. And Wayne Walker is the current defending champion for the TAS series for the V8s of 2023 as well. So we've got a couple of champions here. Matt Collins mixing it up quite nicely. He's still giving away all, just locking up there. He's got to hold that inside line. We just heard Bradley Martin join the race with no fuel. So he stalled it on the line. Unfortunately, had to pull out of the race there. So he'll be finishing in P17 with James Spotto ending up on the roof. Still the 3 up front. Got a few clusters out there, a few battles going on. This is the drafting, trying to go up the inside. It's a long way around. He's going to touch the grass. Where's Broadbent going to be from here? There he is in behind. We go back out front. Great shots there from the rear of Wayne Walker's car. So he's going to try and Collins just got to come out to get through that turn. Beautiful lines through here, avoiding the curbs. Collins just getting loose there on the exit of turn 2. Wayne Walker not close enough to make an impression. Can he get it under brakes? This new tyre rules definitely providing a lot more racing for the guys. They don't have to conserve the tyres if they don't want to. Saw Justin Bryce further back, so Bryce is fallen back into P12 at the moment. He'll be wanting to get back through. Oh, just settling down now. Starting to look at those tyres going, wow, am I going to make it through the 22 laps? It's already 6 laps down, 16 to go. Will the tyres last? Kidas defending against Opedisano now, right on his tail. We'll go to that battle because it's a 3-way, and Scott Flack's joining in on that party as well, currently in P6. That's Paul Robinson out by himself. Rob Logan in at 8 and Braden Pritchard splitting the teammates in P9. It looks like Troy Cieslawski's up the back there in a shell, letting the leaders through. Right under the bumper of Matt Collins now. See the inside just lifting up there. Nice and easy around the final corner onto the main straight. In the cockpit now, Wayne Walker just settling the car down, looking after those tyres. Collins really doing everything he can to stay in front of Wayne Walker, as it's a drag race now, down to the hairpin. Is Broadbent able to save his tyres because he's not involved with this battle? Can he get there in the end? There's only 14 laps to go. Kidas starting to close in now, stretching away. And that is Walker up the inside. Oh, Collins just coming round. Done enough. Walker backed out of it. Almost a 4-way battle up the front now. Everyone's invited. Collins leading the way on lap 9, race 1. Got David Baker out as well. Could hear a car just labouring. Looks like Opedisano might have overshot it. He's dropped a few spots. Down into P7 at the moment. Up the front now, that means it's a 3-way battle. Broadbent still in the mix here. Kidas still trying to get in contact. May have been affected. Cieslawski out as well. Very demanding circuit here. We've had 14 Fs already after 10 laps. We hope they hang around for race 2, which is more of an endurance, a 50-minute stonker, 55 laps around Symmons Plains could lead to 2 pit stops. Time will tell as we're still in race 1 with 12 laps to go. Kidas staying in chart. Scott Flack out by himself, and it's Robinson. Further back, just ahead of Opedisano. Looks like Pritchard and Logan are battling it out in P8 and 9. Or should I say Logan and Hines, teammates. Rob Logan, the better of the two thus far. Neil Haynes trying all he can to look after those tyres. So come through, rounding out lap 11. Looks like Stoddard and Bryce are together as well. This is a battle for P12. Bryce really struggling there. Either getting balked by Stoddard. Just ran wide. lost a lot of time there, and he was up in the top 4 earlier on in the race, and he's dropped down to P12. He won't be happy with that one. He'll have to reset and get ready for race 2. Do what he can. We're only halfway through race 1 thus far, and it's Broadbent, and Wayne Walker's dropped down to 6. Not too sure what happened there. Collins. Looks like there was an incident between Collins and Walker. We'll try and get those pictures to what happened to Walker and Collins. Doing well out front to bail it out, but we can see Walker's dropped back to P6 now. This may have to be dealt with after the race, as it may go to investigation, as Collins really slipping, trying to get some grip around that final turn, and that's given Broadbent and Kiddas some fresh air out front, both in the turquoise and black vehicles. Broadbent out in front, the better, just ahead of Kiddas from Wayne's World Motorsport. Then it's Matt Collins, Scott Flack, Paul Robinson, Walker and Pritchard, your top 7. Obadasano falling back into P10, keeping Justin Bryce company down the back of the field. And we've got Alexei Saveliev getting used to the V8s as well. He's used to the heavy V8s in the NASCAR, but definitely the V8s are a different kettle of fish, as we know, with Van Gisbergen ripping it up in the NASCAR series in real life in the States at the moment. So Broadbent out in front, 8 laps to go, race 1. The guys are going to have to do the best they can. Wayne Walker trying to recoup as much points as he can with only 8 laps to go. He's got Paul Robinson, a tough cookie, out in front, and his tyres are probably burnt from the incident, but he'll do the best he can as he closes in on Paul Robinson on lap 14. Back to the front, Kiddas just locking up a little bit there. He's quite secure there in P2, quite comfortable. 2 seconds ahead of Matt Collins in P3 currently, and Scott Flack in P4. Right, so Walker's getting on the back of Paul Robinson at the moment. We've got Obadasano that's dropped out as well. High attrition rate. Gets his job done, moving up into P5. And it looks like Logan and Bryce are together. Haynes up into P8. Logan dropping back to P9. Maybe these tyres are really wearing out quickly on this super demanding circuit on the tyres, especially the fronts. And Craig Stoddart DNFing as well. So on board with Justin Bryce now, chasing down Rob Logan, just creeping around the final 2 corners as they come onto the main straight. Let's see if Bryce tries to go up the inside. No, he takes it patiently. Very tight through here. Oh, Logan just getting wide there, getting loose. See if Bryce tries to take it up the inside, drafting down. Logan positions the car very well. Down the inside, Bryce locking up, taking out both of them. Go back up the front, Scott Flack putting pressure on Matt Collins here. So we got Walker Walker on the back here behind Blackie in the red. Collins just almost drifting around the hairpin there. We've got 5 laps to go, and Collins with the fastest lap with a 51.299. And a very vocal Wayne Walker back there in P5. There's Craig Broadbent out in front, still defending well against Alex Kiddis in P2. There we go, that's a 5 lap remaining sign, just going in hot there. Whoa, and out of the corner as well. So there's Kiddis, here he comes. Under the rear bumper, he's trying all the shapes and sizes, trying to get around Craig Broadbent. It's a battle for the lead. Broadbent on the inside, but look at this battle further back. It is Collins, Flack and Walker. So it's hotting up with 5 laps to go. We'll go back to the lead because Broadbent's just out in front. Actually put a bit of room on Kiddis there down the back straight. They really got to look after the tyres. Kiddis nice and clean through there. And it looks like Walker's up the inside. Flacky, oh, Walker and Collins getting together. Collins just getting spun around. We'll see if we can get to what happened. Walker's just locked up from afar and taken out pretty much, almost took out Flack and Collins. Unfortunate there. Collins settling in P8 at the moment, Wayne Walker in P5. That means it's Broadbent, Alex Kiddis and Scott Flack in P3. Flacky very wise to just take it easy on the outside. He saw Wayne Walker locking up, let it go, and he collected 2 positions just in that one move. Congratulations to him. Good spatial knowledge gets him currently in P3, and Paul Robinson is in P4. So I got Pritchard and Haynes battling it out. This is for position 6. Haynes trying all he can. Looks like Collins is coming into the pits as well in the background. He'll be dropping down from P8. Probably needs new tyres with only 2 laps to go. Probably cooked it too much on the opening few laps, just defending against Wayne Walker there. Oh. Haynes closing right up on Pritchard. And looks like Collins coming into pit lane, and he's coming out rejoining after his new set of boots, looking for a better spot to rejoin the circuit. There's the leaders going through. That's where the battle is. That's where we'll focus our attention to. Looks like Stoddard's back out on track as well, so might have been a network issue for Stoddard. Oh, Broadbent just locking up again. Locking up Kiddis, trying to move that brake balance around. See if I can see Spotto on track. No, he's definitely out of the race. And Matt Collins has come back in the pits, and he's pulled out of race 1 on the last lap. So we are on the final lap here. Craig Broadbent, Alex Kiddis racing down the back straight for the last time. Craig Broadbent, the better of the 2, out in front as he has been most of the race. Coming around the final 2 corners now, nice and easy. He's managed to do it, hold it tight. That's all he needs to do to cross the line and take the checkered flag. Race 1 winner, Craig Broadbent, and Alex Kiddis behind him. That leaves Scott Flack and Paul Robinson Coming across the lines, almost side by side. And that leaves Wayne Walker to cross in P5. Braden Pritchard just gets ahead of Neil Haynes on the last lap. Will he run wide and let Haynes through? No, he doesn't. So Braden Pritchard in 6, Haynes 7, Rob Logan, teammate further back in P8. Coming across the line to take honours for P8. That's Stoddard ahead of him. So that is Logan across the line. Where is Justin Price? Down the back straight with the leader right behind him. Justin Price crossing the line in P9. The rest of the drivers have already been lapped, so the race is complete. So we will bring you the results for race 1. Race 1 results. It's a very eventful race, and Craig Broadbent coming out on top ahead of Alex Kidder, Scott Flack, Paul Robinson in P4 ahead of Wayne Walker and Braden Pritchard in 5 and 6. Then it was Neil Haynes, Rob Logan, Justin Bryson, Saviliev, your top 10. Saviliev just surviving out there, manages to bring home a top 10 position. That means P11 was the retiring Matt Collins, ahead of Craig Stoddard, Daniel Opedasano, Troy Cieslawski, Baker, Spotto, Martin retiring early. So that is the results for race 1. All right, join us soon for race 2. Stay tuned.
Program activated. nothing like the mountain. The speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000. And now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's race 2, 55 laps this time. It's Brad Martin and Craig Stoddart on the front row, ready to get going. Got 14 drivers this time. Rob Logan still waiting to join, and there he is. So Craig Stoddart brought Brad Martin. Brad Martin getting a great launch Spotto just tagging Stoddard there. He was a bit slow to start, or just manages to hold on. Spotto getting a much better start here. Brad Martin leading us down into the hairpin. Caterpillar Racing's got Rob Logan right behind him. Brad Martin just getting loose on the exit. He's leaving himself open to Logan here. It's a drag race down. We can see Brad Martin on the inside. There he goes through on the outside, just getting loose. They tag. We can see that in Spotto trying to get through now. Or just getting loose himself. This is a compulsory pit stop. The 55 lapper, the field still compressed. Trying to get through turn one as cleanly as possible. Robinson losing a couple of spots. Oh, and that's Spotto. Big accident there. It looks like Scott Flack got involved, and this is expected not on lap 2, but that's a big one there. Look at Spotto there. Spotto just coming across, getting loose, tagging Flacky there. And it looks like Robinson upside down, but he's managed to get through. Back live now, Blackie rejoining the P10 with Paul Robinson behind him, but up front it is a very quiet here. Rob Logan, Rob Logan just getting up on 2 wheels, stunt driver style, and Brad Martin straight through, and so too Oppo. Almost got tagged by Logan rejoining. We're watching Oppo now trying to chase down Bradley Martin and try and run away with this early on. Wayne Walker, championship leader, up into P5. Got his teammate Alex Kiddis in front. Will there be team orders to let him through and to chase the lead? He'll have the draft down the main straight. We'll see the gain right towards the end. See how strong Walker is on brakes. Kiddas is just as strong. Very competitive driver, Kiddas. Very strong throughout the year. That's why he's second in the championship thus far after 7 rounds. And there's Broadbent, race 1 winner, coming around in P6 with Neil Haynes behind him. Black recovering back up into P8 back there. And that is Paul Robinson and Justin Bryce from Service Australia. But it's still Brad Martin out in front. Let's give him cred. The Queenslander taking us around Tasmania. Total contrast in temperature at the moment as it's freezing down at Symmons Plains. Actually, it's the 2 Queenslanders out in front. Daniel Opedasano. Brad Martin just running a little bit wide there. Oppo very tight on there. Martin needs to come over and protect that line, which he does. He needs to just stay there and let Oppo try and come around the outside. But he's gone to the optimal line, which has opened up the corner. Oh, Oppo just manages to get it pulled up under brakes, and Martin just overshooting it as he's losing a couple of positions from first down to 6th in 1 corner. So it's Rob Logan in P2, Oppo out in front, and it's Kiddas and Walker, the 2 teammates, in 3 and 4. How's this race going to develop? How long are these tyres lasting? The first race was a little indication on how the tyres were going to go, but it's over double the race length of race 1. I hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. If you are, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll know exactly when we go live next, which will be next Wednesday for the NASCAR League. Further down, looks like Brycey and... Oh, he's just spun it at the hairpin. Okay, so Saviliev, his top 10 finish on his opening rookie race, is currently in 11 with James Spotto in front of him. And that's Craig Stoddard coming around in the No BS Motorsport. So the field's starting to stretch out. It's Bradley Martin and Scott Black, your closest out on track. Martin taking the high line, trying to get the momentum, but he can't get on the gas early enough. And it's a drag race down the main straight here. We can see over that Scott Black on the inside, see if he's stronger under brakes. No, Martin's stronger up, but Flacky's got the inside line here. Oh, Martin just getting caught up on the ripples, and that's Black through into P6. Nice and easy does it for Bradley Martin. Just wants to conserve that position. P7's pretty good. He's still got the leaders in sights ahead. Alex Kiddas, Craig Broadbent. Taking the lower line this time. Paul Robinson close behind. He wants that position. He'll close up after a couple of laps, so we'll tune back in. That's Daniel Opedasano, early retirement in race 1, finishing in P13. He is out in the lead, and he's got Rob Logan keeping the other guys occupied behind for P2. So that's a four-way for second place. We can see Logan, Walker, Kiddas and Broadbent all compressing up, trying to get around Rob Logan. I think this is his second race with us. Start his account at Sydney Motorsport Park. Last round, round 7 at night. Rob Logan doing a fantastic job keeping the guys at bay. These are quality drivers right behind him. Two defending champions for 2023 for two different leagues in the V8s. So Rob Logan going out wide, but he wants to protect that inside line because here come Wayne Walker. Oh, not strong enough on that lap, and Kiddas almost locking up there, bringing up the sparks as he gets around the hairpin. That's Wayne Walker up the side there. Keeping Walker at bay too. Walker trying everything he can. Watch him break up on the inside, but he won't be able to get anything done there. Very tight here. Logan just needs a bit of a lock-up. Saw him go over the ripples, costing him time, and Walker going wide. Is Kiddas going to come and take that position? We're in a prime location for front row seats for the hairpin. Look at Walker, very strong under the under braking there. We'll see if Walker closes in under the draft down the back straight. Yeah, he's starting to close in. Will he close in and take the position on the inside? No, he doesn't. Rob Logan very comfortable there with championship leader. Oh, Kiddas just in the background there. Just gets it loose and losing 2 positions. That was on board Rob Logan, currently in P2. Opedasano now almost 5.5 seconds out in front. There he is going through the hairpin. Oh, looked like a little tap, but Walker managing to pull it up just in time not to clip the back of Logan. So it's Logan still out in P2. Walker trying everything. He's going to try the high line. Will he? Oh, Logan just shut the door. And that's Broadbent going up the inside now. On board with Wayne Walker. So I've got Logan on the outside, Walker on the inside as three. Not much real estate there. And here comes Black back in the mix. This is almost a five-way battle now for P2. Logan just dropping back into 4. Broadbent moving up a couple of places. He's not complaining. Race 1 winner wants to capitalise by taking honours in race 2. Scott Flack recovering very well after that early incident. He's got Kid Ass for company, who overshot it a couple of laps earlier, lost a couple of places, sliding back into P6. They'll all need to regroup and work on their pit strategy. A compulsory pit stop is required in race 2, and we are on board with Daniel Opatisano from Dope Racing Team. Out in the lead with just under 6.5 seconds ahead of Craig Broadbent there. Now these 4 battling it out for P2 will be keeping each other company and occupied as Walker's right hot on the tail of Craig Broadbent. On the back of Broadbent now, looking back at Wayne Walker, trying to show the nose every possible way he can, just to let him know that he's there. But Craig Broadbent, very solid driver, happy to just stay out in front and do his own driving lines. 40 laps remaining. Broadbent coming down the gears really quick into P1. Will he get a good launch out? Yes, he gets nice and smooth. He's put a bit of a gap there. Troy Cieslawski just getting on the grass there. Here comes Logan and Flack in 4 and 5. The gap to the front is dropping as we're down around the 5.5 second mark. Still Rob Logan nice and solid behind these two, defending Scott Black for P4. It's Broadbent round the outside. Walker tries the inside. Oh. Black getting involved again. We'll watch Scott Flack come into the hairpin. Not too sure if he's locked up here. Comes up the inside. Oh, he just gets tagged, and unfortunately both of them can't steer their way out of there. So we're back live now. Scott Flack back in P9. Very unfortunate. It can happen at the hairpin. And that's affected Rob Logan's race as well, but he's up in a P6. So not affected that much. All right, recapping up the front, it is Oppadasano with a 5-second lead ahead of Wayne Walker. We have got Neil Haynes, it looks like, out just ahead of Oppo in P13. Not having the best of races. His current fastest lap so far is 52.5. He's got to regroup and just go for the long haul. It's only lap 18 at 55. Still a long way to go in this feature race, race 2. Haynes should be getting the blue flag right about now as he's gone to the inside, allowing Oppo to go around the outside. He's just backed off the gas there, making a smooth transition for Oppo to come around. It looks like Wayne Walker now just ahead of Craig Broadbent. Broadbent just needs to stay in the top 3 and he could collect the round win, bumping Wayne Walker off a 8-round winning streak. So I'll go through the field while we've just completed 20 laps, under 50% of the race finished. It is Walker, Broadbent, and then it's Alex Kittis in P4. Further behind him it is Paul Robinson, and that's the gap there visually we can see, and Rob Logan just behind him as well. Then it's Saviliev, Alexei Saviliev up into P7. Definitely coming to grips with the new car. His fastest lap's at 51.4. He's not too far off the leaders, to be honest. So if he can just circulate, starting from the rear of the grid, probably avoiding all the melee that was on lap 2. Just taking the inside line there. Oh, the rear left inside lifting up quite hard, heavy under brakes. Then it's Scott Flack and James Spotto in P9. Spotto was up the front of the race, but unfortunately just tagged the grass and tagged another driver, and then it was all over Red Rover. But he's doing well to circulate in P9 at the moment. Ahead of Craig Stoddart, who's coming over the start-finish line with Justin Bryce from Service Australia keeping him company. Then it's Bradley Martin behind him in Caterpillar Racing in the Ford Mustang. And that is the race leader, Daniel Oppadasano, coming around to lap Bradley Martin. Because it is such a short lap, it's such an easy thing to do. So he's done well to hold out over 22 laps. Neil Haynes rounding in P13. And Czeslowski further back in P14. All right, so where are the battles out on track? The closest one will be Stoddart and Bryce at the moment. Battle for P10. Looks like Scott Flack maybe in the pits. Yes, he is. Flackie's rolling in the pits. It's lap 22. Is Flackie coming in for the undercut? Usually very good on tyres. He's won most of his races by staying out on track the entire race on one set of tyres, but he cannot do that anymore. His advantage has been taken away with the new tyre rule, enforcing a compulsory pit stop in the feature race. So that's him serving his first pit stop, and he rejoins in P13 ahead of Troy Czeslowski. So Stoddart and Bryce still together. Stoddart racing for BS Motorsport. Oh, Bryce trying to get up the inside. Drag race down in the hairpin. What's Stoddart going to do? He's left it open. He's strong under brakes. Bryce locking up. He manages to get... Oh, that looks like Stoddart on hard tyres at the moment. I've seen the white banded tyre compound. Actually, while they're doing this, we will have a look at the tyre compounds for the drivers. Most of them on super soft, so the white band is the soft compound. Both Stoddart and Haynes on the soft compound. Bryce up on the inside now, taking the position. And that's him moving up into P8. Stoddart relegated back one spot to P9. Okay, back up front, Walker's closing that gap. Oppo's probably looking at that rear vision mirror going, oh my God, here he comes. How can I defend against this one? Saveliev into the pits now for his set of tyres. Walker just running hot there. Oppo really getting used to this new car. This is his second race back. Didn't get much track time in race one as he pulled out halfway through. Struggling on those tyres in race one, but race two a bit better now. So this battle for the lead, now they're coming up to back markers. This will get very interesting depending on where these guys hit the back markers. Oppo could use it to his advantage, but he could also get stuck behind him. Looks like he might get them into the hairpin if he manages to get up. If not, it'll be the back straight where he can get past these two or four in front. Very congested up ahead. Sounds like Jaslowski just hitting that wall there. Well, Stoddart just trying to get out of the way. He's lost a position. And Flack has posted the fastest lap of the race on that new rubber. 51.158. Already up into P11. Alright, so these guys haven't pitted yet. If we're 26, we may say, yeah, there it is. Walker's diving into the pits now as Oppadasano crosses the line, and that's Stoddart in with him as well. Big crowd up on the roof tonight. Alright, so very quick pit stop for Walker. Almost get lapped just in one pit stop alone, so he'll be exiting. So let's see where the leader's at. Daniel Oppadasano, he's down the back straight. Walker will be definitely out on track before Oppadasano is able to come around. Alright, so Oppo will probably dive in now. Yes, he does. And Justin Bryce just ahead of him. They need to get down to 40k an hour, and there they are, 39k's before that control line. And here comes Kidas. It's covering off Oppadasano in front of him. So that'll be a battle worth watching later on in the race. So that leaves Craig Broadbent out in front with Paul Robinson 6.5 seconds behind him, and Rob Logan up into P3, yet to pit. So Broadbent's got to watch his times, lap times now, because he can't afford to allow Walker to come out, and now Oppo on fresh tyres and cut that advantage that Broadbent has. He's got a 25-second gap ahead. He really should come in this lap. There he goes. Here he comes. Right, there's a control line there for the pit lane speed limit of 40k an hour. Sitting on 39 with the pit limiter on. So the virtual leader would be Wayne Walker. Let's see where he's at. He's coming around the back. And Oppo is behind him. So these two out in front. Walker managed to come out one lap earlier and has jumped Oppo. So where is Broadbent? He's just rolling out now. Walker's already gone past. So too Oppo, you can see at the top of the page there. And Broadbent rejoins right behind Kiddas. So Kiddas got the jump on him as well. And that's the advantage he made while he was covering off Opposano. Czeslowski trying everything he can to get out of the way. So this is a battle now for P5 up the front. It is still Paul Robinson holding out on those old tyres, lapping in the 52.7s, and Walker's last lap was a 51.7. So we've got a full second gap just in that one lap alone. So Robinson needs to come in pretty soon. Otherwise, he's going to lose too much time to the rest of the field. Paul Logan coming in to... Sorry, it was Rob Logan coming into the pits for his set of tyres now, currently in P6. Right, he's just got to cover off Scott Black in P7. So Paul Robinson out in front. Will he come into the pits now? It is lap 30.25. He should come in. No, he's not. He's going to stay out and lose another second in that lap. As he crosses the line, he does it in 52.7, so very consistent. And Walker crosses in a 51.9. So not as much of a gap on that lap. So Paul Robinson doing very well on the old tyres. Fastest lap there, Wayne Walker crossing the line as I speak, 51.063. Amazing job from Wayne Walker on the fresh rubber as we watch Paul Walker in P1. Back further, it is Walker, and we expect to see Opposano. There he is, right behind him. So the gap there, only 1.7. Look at your timing screens, top left-hand corner. As we're here at Symmons Plains. And the field really stretching out here now. I can see Scott Flack, wasn't Flack, it must have been Neil Haynes on Spotto or Saveliev. Troy Czeslowski going P14 and Saveliev back in P10. Justin Bryce has moved up a couple of spots in P8 after that set of pit stops. One of the earlier ones that come in for tyres. We'll see who's actually come into the pits thus far. Oh, that's not right because we know that Walker, Oppo, Kiddas has come in for tyres. So that calculator's wrong. So I do apologise there. Here we go. Paul Robinson now rolling into pit lane. From the lead of the race, he's got 4 seconds, and Walker's about to take the lead. There he goes. And that is Wayne Walker assuming the lead for race 2, lap 33 of 55. And Oppo just falling back another second there. Only 3/10 off the pace on that lap alone. Kiddas coming up, gaining on Oppo, so this will compress up for a battle for P2 as we've got Kiddas and Broadbent still in close proximity to each other. Saveliev just dropping back into P12, or moved back up into P11 I should say, after that set of pit stops. Broadbent just locking up into the hairpin there, trying to control these tyres very hard. I can hear through the team radio. Drivers finding it very hard to balance the brake bias here. We've got those very heavy braking zone up the end of the straight, which we're watching now, and also the hairpin. very deep under brake. So front brake bias around the 55 to 60 front. Too much rear and these cars will just snap. Kidas and looks like Justin Bryce. That's Kidas getting past Bryce. That wasn't for position. So Bryce will probably give way to Craig Broadbent on the exit of this hairpin. Or Broadbent just locking up, taking the inside line nice and smooth. On board with Justin Bryce now from Service Australia, chasing down, trying to stick with Craig Broadbent into P4. Just coming out of the zone to see his braking markers, trying to see if he can spot any differences in driving lines. Third gear, just nursing those rears around that corner. Now they've got to bring it in straight as they get through turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4, down the straight towards the hairpin. Nice long stretch here, 5th gear, 6th gear. Not even getting in the 6th gear, so he shortened it so he can rev out, or he's lengthened it so he can rev out 5th gear, not needing to get into 6th gear. Down the back straight now, top speed, over 255 kilometers an hour as he heads down in a 3rd gear, a double left-hander. Nice and easy. Alright, so Spotto just up ahead too. And this is battle for position now. They need to lock in. Spotto just needs to hold. He doesn't need to give way to the leaders. Now he can just battle it out with Justin Bryce. Oh, just going wide there. Down the back straight, trying to tuck into the draft here of James Spotto just in front. Spotto's inertia just pushing him wide, but he's got to break in a hard straight line. Nice and early Spotto does, he's looking after those tyres. The lead now stretching out over 4.5 seconds. Right, so that battle for P7 continues with James Spotto out in front. Where is Flacky? Down the back straight. Got a bit of work to do as he's over 20 seconds behind Paul Robinson with P5. And he's got 12 seconds to chase Broadbent. Not too sure if he's going to do that. That may have been because he stayed out a bit longer. He lost a bit of time. Yes, he'll be on fresh set of tyres. And Rob Logan getting a penalty mid-race. Not too sure what that's for. There are track limit regulations here. If you exceed track limits, you get a couple of warnings and then you get a penalty, which may have happened to Rob Logan, or it's because of a pit lane infringement. Oh, Spotto just locking it up into the hairpin there. Still manages as a hold out in front of Justin Bryce. Got Justin Bryce in tail now. He's going to come up the inside. Watch him come in. There he goes. We saw him wide, but Spotto just shuts the gate on that one. Coming up behind Cieslawski now. Cieslawski being given the blue flag. He's pulling over to let the guys through. Slowing up Bryce way back. There he goes. He gets the job done, gets through. Thank you to Troy Cieslawski. Rob Logan still sitting with that penalty with 15 laps to go. All right, leader Wayne Walker out in front over 5.2 seconds ahead of Oppo in P2. He'll be happy with a second place. I know last year these two were battling it out and Oppo was the victor on that occasion. But Daniel Opposano not having enough seat time in the new cars to be a danger for the very quick Wayne Walker. So, Kidas in P3, here he is. He's got Broadbent behind, still maintaining that gap around the 1.5 second mark. While Kidas was covering off Oppo, he actually came in a couple laps before Broadbent and managed to overtake, or undercut I should say, Broadbent as he stayed out a bit longer. Broadbent just locking up there. I can hear the tyres. Black back up in a 6. How did he manage to do that? He's been involved in a couple of incidents. He still managed to plug his way through. Fastest lap of the race so far for Flacky is a 51.1. And the fastest lap of the race is Wayne Walker, who's right behind him in a 51.0. So this is Wayne Walker closing in on Flacky, who should be given the blue flag right about now. Flack's in P6, but because of the short track, very easy to get lapped on this circuit. Only 5 drivers now remain on the lead lap as Flack gives way to Walker. Wayne Walker dominated from about lap 33 or 25, I think, just after the first run of pit stops. Alright, so this James Spotto and Justin Bryce battle is still going on. On board with Justin Bryce now chasing down James Spotto, coming in the braking zone. Spotto nice and solid under brakes. Bryce trying to come up the inside, but there's not enough room there. Struggling to keep that car on track. Bit of oversteer around the double left-hander. Now he's just got to balance it by keeping it nice and straight through turns 1 and 2. Guiding on the gas through 3 and 4. Wants to get a nice clean run along here. We saw him before just maxing out 5th gear before he brakes heavy. Into the hairpin they go. Oh, on the gas early, he's managed to opposite lock to save that one. Getting the draft now. What's Spotto doing? Is he looking in his mirror, protecting? These two very compatible out on track at the moment. Both lapping in the 53.3s. And this battle is for P7. James Spotto in the Red Bull. Justin Bryce in the Service Australia Camaro Z1. That is Paul Robinson behind as well. Although that's to lap these two. So Saviliev withdrawing from the race as well. Oh, can Brycey get it done on this lap? Side by side they go. Oh, under brakes, very strong, but Spotto's still there. Bit of a tap, looks like he's still there on the inside. Oh, just gets caught up on that ripple, upsetting the car. So that's Bryce through for P7. Spotto won't let that go. He'll be back on the tail of Brycey so far. And further up the road, we've got Alex Kittas and Broadbent now. This battle is for P3 with only 8 laps to go. How are the tyres lasting on these cars? Kittas been out in front, got the jump during the pit stops, but now Broadbent's back to say, hey, I want that position back now. You've had it too long, my turn. This is the closest battle. Bryce and Spotto still together within half a second of each other. We're on the arm car, we can see how wide they go, how much they stretch that track using all of the road. Broadbent coming to grips with that brake. Kittas always bringing up the riding the bumper on, coming around the hairpin there. On board with Broadbent now. We saw a bit of oversteer from Kittas. Just got to settle it down, a couple of gears down to first gear maybe. Oh, Broadbent. Nice and strong in, but Kittas a lot stronger out. Oh, he touches the wall. That could affect his top line speed. Sixth gear for Craig Broadbent as we go down the back straight. Braking at the 150. Hard down in the second maybe. No, he's kept it in third. Nice and easy through here. Looking after the rears. Nice and easy. Not full gas. Now it is. Alright, heavy down in the second gear. Maybe first if he wants to turn into harder. Trouble is that the launch out of that corner, you need to keep the momentum. 5 laps remaining. As we're on board with Craig Broadbent, chasing Kittas from Wayne's World Motorsport. Currently second in the championship behind his teammate Wayne Walker. Alex coming second in race 1 and Craig first in race 1. So Wayne Walker came 5th, so he may not be in the hunt for the win. It might go to one of these two. Oh, just a tap from Broadbent. Broadbent gets in front of Kittas and he's got the round win. I think he'll have the round win even if he stays behind Kittas because of the advantage, the 3-point advantage for winning race 1 ahead of P2. As race P1 gets 20 points, P2 gets 17 points. So in the positions they are at the moment, there's only 1 point between them. So that's not enough for Kittas to take the round win. So it looks like it may go to Broadbent if positions stay the same. Oppadasane finished in P13 race 1 and Wayne Walker had a couple of incidences and finished in P5. Not enough to score enough points to take the round win. As we're watching Oppadasane in P2 in the Dope Racing Team Worth Camaro. Wayne Walker, incredible gap to the leader, 11 seconds with 3 laps to go. Very commanding lead, 11.5 seconds, probably 12 by the end of the race. And then we've still got Kidas and Broadbent battling it out. So we can see the drivers are stretched out a fair bit now. The only battle is this one here on screen. That is Alex Kidas and Craig Broadbent. Very similar colour turquoise paint jobs. Oh, Broadbent really is closing in now. I think he knows there's only 2 laps to go. So he's going to start making a move, and Cieslawski just out in front of these guys. Cieslawski wants to just stay out of the way here, which he will do. Up the inside, will he get the job done? Oh, he closes in. Down the back straight now, it's a drag race down the stretch. Kidas trying to move left and get out of the way. But Broadbent's going to come round and get him under brakes. Let's watch this. Oh, Kidas trying to close that gap. He's got every right to do so, but Broadbent too solid and too much up there. Done Broadbent. He's managed to stay out, but Kidas could block up and come from a long way back. Oh, they do come together, but Kidas will give that back. You can see the marks left out 200 metres away from the corner. Nothing he could do. The older the tyres get, the worse grip they have, and the more likely they are to lock up. Now this will give Kidas some flat spots on that tyre, so he'll be more susceptible to receive more flat spots as we are on the last lap of the race. And we have Wayne Walker coming around the hairpin for the final time in round 8. Oppo 13.5 seconds further back. Class act from Wayne Walker. He's been dominating all season, and he'll dominate again tonight in race 2 as he takes honours coming around the final corner in style, Tokyo Drift style. Congratulations to Wayne Walker, finishing in P1. Opposano rounding the 2 final corners, and he'll collect P2 in race 2 as well. An early advantage for Oppo. He was happy with that. Look at that, flashing headlights. And Kidas getting Broadbent back on the line. So Kidas takes 3, Broadbent 4. Robinson comes round the final 2, and he crosses the line in P5. Scott Flack further back in P6. Come around the hairpin, down the back straight for the final time. Been involved in a couple of incidents tonight, so he did very well to recover and collect P6. Very solid drive from Scott Flack there. Looks like he's already lapped and finished that race. Alright, so where's Wayne Walker? He's happy, giving us more Tokyo Drift down the back straight. Expression session as he comes around. Oppo joining in the party as well. Congratulations. To Wayne Walker, winner of race 2. Okay, so results for race 2. It is Wayne Walker taking the 55-lap feature race in P1. Valuable points for his championship. Just ahead of Daniel Opedasano coming in P2. Very clean race for him. Untouched throughout the whole race there, finishing behind Wayne Walker. Alex Kiddis taking the spot back from Craig Broadbent on the final couple of corners as he finishes in P3 ahead of round winner Craig Broadbent in P4. Paul Robinson, nice and clean and consistent all season, either 4th or 5th for him. He takes P5 tonight in race 2. Scott Flack ends up coming in P6 after a few run-ins through that race, ahead of James Spotto and Justin Bryce, who looks like Spotto got the job done back on Bryce there for P7. Well done to Spotto. And Neil Haynes, very solid, finishes in P9 ahead of Craig Stoddart in P10. P11 is Rob Logan after that mysterious penalty. We'll have to find out a bit more from that for next round. Then it was Troy Kozlowski staying on track for P12 ahead of Alexei Saviliev from Russia in P13, and then Bradley Martin closing the grid in P14. Okay, so thank you for joining us for round 8 of the V8 Championship for 2024. It's if you're familiar with our leagues, we'll tune in next week for, actually, let's talk about the next V8 league. The next race will be Sandown, our first endurance of the season. Join us then on the 9th of September as we head around Sandown. One single race there, that's definitely compulsory pit stops for that one. And the next Enduro will be Bathurst at that on the 9th of October. If you're following our NASCAR league, tune in next week as we head to Sonoma, which is a road circuit for these guys. The oval guys have been dominating, but will they dominate in this road course, Sonoma? Beautiful undulating circuit there, so make sure you tune in for that one on the 21st of August, next Wednesday night. So that concludes the racing for round 8 of the V8 League for 2024. Thank you for joining us. Hope you can join us for the next one. Until then, I'm your host, Shane Gilfether. Good night.